Good afternoon, I'm Malcolm Jordan and this is your Midday News Fix for Wednesday, the 22nd of October. Possible threats to life as Met Service issues severe red weather warnings for tomorrow with forecasts of damaging gusts. Extreme wind predictions for Christchurch and the Canterbury High Country and Plains are for gusts topping 150 kilometres an hour. Lakes and rivers in Canterbury can expect up to 250 millimetres of rain. A red wind warning covers Wellington and Wairarapa from 8 a.m. tomorrow, where gale force northwesterlies could reach 140 kilometres an hour. Met Service meteorologist Lewis Ferris says conditions could be worse than yesterday.
We're talking about higher risk of loss of life. We're talking about damage to infrastructure that would be more widespread than you would typically see with a severe weather event.
The Speaker is calling out Te Pāti Māori for setting a printout of a Parliament bill on fire outside Parliament. Here's senior political reporter Azaria Howell.
Debbie Ngārawapaka and Takuta Ferris burned a copy of the Marine and Coastal Areas Amendment Bill on the forecourt, protesting the changes.
We couldn't get down to the Takutai Moana. We're stuck here in the Whareporangi.
Hurry up before you get arrested.
For the whole day.
Speaker Jerry Brownlee says he's taking advice on this and says it is, quote, the dumbest thing you could possibly do, highly arrogant and unacceptably irresponsible.
Protesters have been burning printouts on beaches of the legislative amendments passed in Parliament last night. A Queenstown street has been cordoned off as police investigate a sudden death on Kent Street, not thought at this stage to be suspicious. Emergency services were called about 7:30 a.m. and the death will be referred to the coroner. And at the other end of the country, police are also looking into an unexplained death on Whangarei's Bank Street, with a body found before 6 a.m. Concerns current vaccination rates aren't sufficient to protect communities from measles. The Public Health Service says there's a high risk of a national outbreak, with 4 unlinked cases confirmed in Auckland, Manawatu and Nelson. Public health medicine specialist Sharon Syme says recent deaths in the UK, the US and Canada are a stark reminder of the danger.
We know that our childhood vaccination rates are too low to prevent measles spreading in our community. And although we're making progress, we need to do better because we need 95% of people to be immune.
Achieving youth offending targets sooner than expected doesn't mean the government will slow its efforts. The government's reached its goal of a 15% reduction in serious and persistent youth offenders 4 years early. Children's Minister Karen Chaw puts it down to awareness of tougher consequences, learnings from the boot camp pilot and better agency coordination. Air New Zealand has told the NZX it expects to make a $30 to $55 million first half loss before tax, saying an expected revenue uplift didn't eventuate. To sport. Defender Paris Mason has replaced shooter Amelia Walmsley in the Silver Ferns for the second netball test against Australia in Sydney tonight. Arsenal, Manchester City and Newcastle have won their latest Champions League football matches. Reece Walsh will debut at fullback for Australia in Sunday's league test against England at Wembley. And the Fitzroy River is closer to hosting rowing and canoeing events at the Brisbane Olympics after passing technical testing. A local senator described the waterway as flat enough for Jesus to walk on. I'm Malcolm Jordan. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at 5 p.m. from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.